Hey, what is up, people? Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to give you 5 life hacks how to survive with EVE Online. And if you're a little bit more experienced, you already might know this stuff, but if you're new to the game, I really hope this helps you. And if it does, please hit the like button. And if you are interested in seeing more content, you can hit this subscribe button down below. And yeah, I would really appreciate it, man. See you in a second. The first tip that I'm going to give you for, you know, surviving is probably one of the first things that you need to learn, and it's called a safe spot. So I'm going to show you right now how to make a safe spot. You basically go to people and places, and there is personal locations, corporation locations, and agent missions, but you don't need agent missions. So open new folder and you type in safe spots, and you can basically write whatever you want, but since I'm trying to tell you safe spots right now, you just type in safe spot and you choose between personal or corporation location. Now the difference is that corporation location is if you, for example, I'm CEO of my corporation Interstellars, and I can put a bookmark somewhere in space, and everyone in my corporation can use it. So for example, I'm going to make this for my corporation right now, but you can actually make it for your personal location. Now I'm going to show you the fit I'm going to use in this H-RON, basically some stabilizers and some micro warp drive, which is the most important thing. If you want to be more secure, you can use a cloak. Right now I was doing this right after downtime, so people were actually pretty quiet in low sec. I was checking loco, so I was sure that there is no one in space that is going to trouble me. So yeah, I'm going to undock right now, and I'm going to show you what exactly a safe spot is. So basically, as you can see, right now undocking in low sec in the system Vlilier, whatever. I used to live here for a long time. I'm moving. So as you can see, my overview, my D scan is up, my local, and chat doesn't matter. Right now, I'm going to right click in space, and there you can see bookmarks. I have the folder safe spots, and I'm going to warp to a safe spot that I have in this system already. Basically, a safe spot is a place where you are not 100% safe, but you're not in an asteroid belt, you're not in an outpost, you're not anywhere. You're just in a place where you're safe in space while you were warping. It is not recommended to stay AFK in one, because people in this scan can use combat probes, and they can find you in your safe spot. But it is safe for just, you know, you can see that there's nothing around it. It's just a blind spot where you just bookmark your place where you can be, where you can actually warp if you're in a dangerous situation, for example, if you get, or if you want to avoid a fight. So how you do it? You press Control B, and you can choose your folder. And I'm gonna choose safe spots for corporation. You can use it for personal locations folders. Doesn't really matter. You choose safe spots, click on it, and you can just change the label, the name on top, and just type safe spot, or you can leave it like this. It doesn't really matter. It's up to you, whatever you want to customize it. And after that, I'm going to show you how to make one exactly and how I do it. You just pick a planet, right click in space, pick a planet, warp to it, and while you are warping, Control B, open this window, new location, and click submit, and it's going to save somewhere between in your warp. So it's making a bookmark while you are warping, not where the planet is. You see, I'm next to the planet right now, and right now, if I click in right click in space, and I see my bookmark, I see the folder safe spots, and I can warp to it, and it's not next to the planet. It's not in the first location where I warped off. It's where the bookmark was in between the warps. This is how you make a safe spot. It's a very useful thing, and it's a tool that you will need for the next tips I'm going to give you in this video. If you have any questions, or if you even want to judge me that I do it wrong, you can leave a comment below and tell me this is how you make a safe spot. And you know, it's gonna save your life actually many times, because for example, you don't have to look for a freaking asteroid belt or a planet or anything to warp off if you get in danger. You just right click in space. It takes a little bit practice to you know, to get used to right clicking in space and warping fast to your safe spot, but you'll get used to it. So this is the first tip. Stay tuned for the next. So the second tip, or the second life hack I'm going to give you, is how to make an Insta dock. Insta dock is basically a bookmark where you created the same, absolutely same way how I just showed you to make a safe spot, but it's going to prevent a station camp. And basically you will be able to dock yourself up without getting locked in front of the station and without dying. And it's very important, for example, if you want to hold stuff or just dock up. So I'm going to show you. You go to people and places, create a folder, or you can even save, you can whatever. You just got the point from the first tip, that how to make a folder. You can basically, you can call it Instadock Warp. Different types of names you can choose, but I go with Instadock, and I'll also save it in corporation locations again. And you can do it. If you don't have corporation, if you can do it for corporation locations, you can just save it under personal locations. That doesn't matter. Just make a folder Instadock and submit it. And right now I'm going to undock, and I'm going to show you. I'm showing you right now that I have the folder, and I'm going to undock, and I'm going to show you how to make one. Now, Instadock is very important. Some people, I have friends that are -10 standing, and basically you will die in high sec, even in JITA. So right now we are undocking, and I'm going to shift left control space in space, and I'm going to stop my ship from flying. And how we do a Instadock? Basically, what you want to do is either choose a location on top or on bottom. Basically, it can be on the left or the right side of the station too, but I always, most of the times, choose on the top side. I double click on space above the station, and I fly to it. I could have used my MVD right now, but yeah, I was stupid. Whatever. I'm flying, and you want to take a look at the station radius. Every single station has a different docking radius. This one came out to be pretty big, so I'll be flying here for a few seconds. But basically, you want to be, if this is the station, you want to be above or below the station. The reason why, because station camps, people in torpedoes, for example, stay in front of the gate, right? Like you undock and they're waiting for you already, and you instantly die. So to avoid this, you want this, for example. If you're undocking, I'll show you in the next tip how to make an Insta Warp and what an Insta Warp is, but this is an Insta dock. You still take a look at the radius, and you want to keep it 0 meters. Look at the radius. This is not 0 meters. You can see this is not 0. This is probably already 200, 300 meters, or close to, I don't know. But you can see that the radius is different, and you go until it doesn't start counting the numbers. So it should start any second, and this is what you do. Okay, there you go. You see that it started counting. You stop your ship and you go down. You go back to the station. Double click to the station to approach it, and once it hits 0 meters again, you stop your ship. You don't use your MVD, your afterburn, you stop it right now. Boom. So you basically by the edge of the radius of the station, and you bookmark it under the folder Instadock, right? And right now you can save it Instadock folder, and you can change the label and just say Instadock warehouse station, because there are different stations, and if you want to really use every station now and then, you can make different, bookmarks. It doesn't really matter. I have only one because I usually use only one station. But you can use, it's up to you, man. Right now I'm going to, and you can see I have the bookmark already. And yeah, so right now I'm going to warp to my safe spot, and I will show you why we need this and why is it useful. Like right now I'm gonna right click in space, go to my any safe spot, anywhere. You can even just warp somewhere to test it out if it's working. So right click safe spot. I'm doing everything slowly so you can see the details on what I'm doing, so people will have less questions. Right now I'm warping, and you will see why I'm doing it. The Instadock is like for some reason it is faster. You're docking up faster than you're docking um, into like the normal dock for some reason. I don't know why, but this is like I said, a very useful way to dock up without getting locked. There is no chance they can lock you up if they're not in the position next to you. So you click on Instadock. He's warping right away. I'm warping right away to the station. You can see the radius is bam, perfect, and you just left click on the overview on your station or right click on the station, and there you go. I'm above the station, far away from the gate from the ganking spot where usually people are, and just ask for permission to dock and you dock up. This is how you insta dock. Third life hack is how to make an insta warp. You saw previously how to make a safe spot, how to make an insta dock. Now I'm going to show you what is an insta warp. Basically, it's the opposite of insta docking. So you go to people and places, you can make a new bookmark, you can save it under the insta dock, insta warp. You can make a combined folder. I'm sorry, most of the people do it, but you can just for the sake of the video, I'm gonna make a new folder and under corporation location, so my corporation people in my corporation will be able to use it, and they won't have the need to make the bookmark. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna undock. I'm gonna make sure in local there's no unfriendly dudes and dangerous. And right now I'm gonna stop my ship, and you just take a look at the traction of the way it ends. Now, it makes a bend. It doesn't go straight out. Usually on the left or on the right in front of the undocking position, there will be a torpedo or someone who is going to lock you instantly and kill you. And because the tracking is so perfect and in a straight line, he will instantly kill you with large guns. No comment. No comment. This is about it. You will die. So to avoid this, you want to open your tactical overlay to see. You see a line, it's down. So basically you want a straight line from this. So basically what I need to do right now is to double click and go above a little bit, so this line will be straight. In this video it didn't went perfect, but you will get the idea what exactly you need to do to get an insta warp. And the insta warp basically is, once you undock, you right click in space right away, click and you warp. You don't have to wait. Right now I left click and I'm trying to align so that lane will be at least 90 degrees. And yeah, right now I'm just, you see, I'm going to look exactly the way where you undock. You just want to go straight when you undock, and double click in space and go towards those numbers, and you want to use your MVD to speed up the process. And the other thing is that, if you guys don't know, you can warp to a location only if it's at least 150 kilometers away. So yeah, your goal is to go 150 kilometers away from this place, and yeah, just use your MVD, Afterburner, whatever you use on your ship. I recommend doing those stuff. I mean, those bookmarks. It will take you, if you really want to prepare yourself, if you're living in low sec, or want to do PvP faction warfare in low sec, you prepare yourself, take a day, don't go farming or anything. Just go and make bookmarks. It will save your life. It will save you a lot of time. Right now, I'm almost done with 150 kilometers, and now I can just stop my ship, open the bookmark, and save the bookmark as Insta Warp. There you go, Insta Warp. You go find your folder, and you can just rename the label and call it Insta Warp Warehouse, for example, to know that this is the warehouse, this the station we're talking about. So this is how you make Insta Warp, and now I'm going to show you how it exactly does work. Now you can go to Instadoc that we just did like a few seconds ago. You see, you can warp between those short distances. You can even see the station from this distance, but you can warp, and this is very useful. And I'm docking right now, Insta docking, bam, and now I'm going to undock, and you will see that my traction is not perfect because I failed. Look, right click in space, undocking, right clicking in space, and Insta Warp, bam, and it's warping right away. You see, it makes a bend, so I didn't make the traction perfect. I didn't make it. So what you want to do next time is to try to be straight in a line. Like, look at the ship, how it goes, how it flies outside when it's undocking, and just keep a straight line. That's what you want. It takes a little bit practice. It wasn't perfect, but it still was an Insta Warp. Next life hack I'm giving you is how to use gate pings and what a gate ping is. You go to people and locations, create a new folder again, and you choose between personal location, corporation location, depending if you're a COO or even if you have the rights to do it. I am CEO, I'm doing corporation location again, and I'm calling the folder gate pings. Same thing like before, the previous life hacks I gave you, undock, and what is a gate ping? A gate ping is used basically to avoid smart bombers. And if you guys don't know what a smart bomber is, it's basically someone who is gate camping and puts, you see, I use the Insta Warp again. I'm just showing you the previous life hacks again one more time to see them in action. And what you want to do right now, I'm just taking a look at the start gate, the closest one, and I'm just gonna warp to it, and I'm going to show you what exactly do I mean by showing you how to make a gate ping. And you can hear it different times. I know the word gate ping, and I still use it. It's useful. You'll see what exactly do I mean and how to make one right now. Basically, you're warping there to the gates. Make sure you check your D-scan if you know how to use it. If not, the next tip is how to use the D-scan. You see the start gate, nothing is around. What you want to do and how to create a gate ping is you take a look around and you see that there's nothing in front of you. Like if you take a look back, you can see there is the sun, there is the other start gates, outposts. You can see them. You can see that even the road and center. Even I don't know what the fuck that is, but I can see that there's something in there. You just take a look around and see some place in space where there is nothing and double click on it. Use your MVD afterburner, whatever. If you even don't have one, just align there and double click in space and go there. You can see all the facilities, everything that is behind you that makes sense. So you just go double click in space around the Stargate somewhere where people, you can even use your cloak, but it will slow you down, so it's stupid to use it. You can just use your MVD and it's going to speed up the process. The same thing like making the Insta Warp, but this time you don't need any tactical overlays or something. You just want to make sure you're around 200 kilometers away from the Stargate, because usually people, how smart bombing works, people will be cloaked at the Stargate, and they will put a I don't know how to explain you, but they will put a smart bomb between the two Stargates. So basically, you warp in this Stargate in this system, and you want to jump to the next one. And basically what most of the people that do and don't have, they will just warp there and they will go through the smart bomb, and boom, you're dead. And this is how to avoid it. So you basically control B, go to your folder, gate pings, bam, and rename it. You see, I stopped my ship at 213 kilometers, and you rename it. I mean, I do it this way. You can do it your way. I always named it 213 kilometers and the name of the Stargate, which is Alsavoinon. Terrible pronunciation, but there we go. Someone warped in. Let's see if he is actually gonna warp the way he is. But nope, he's not. He just went back. Anyways, I'm going to warp to my safe spot to show you what is one of the purposes you can kind of use this bookmark, and it is, one of them is to warp to the Stargate, to this ping first, to check if there's a gate camp. Because if you have two types of those pings at each gate in the system, you can basically jump from one to another and see with your eyes if there is a gate camp on there. The other thing what you do is you have point A and point B. Those are the Stargates, right? The smart bombs are between them. So even if there is just a smart bomber, not a gate camp or something, you just warp to your I don't know how to explain it, man. You just turn on your computer and you'll realize that this is very useful to avoid smart bombing. And there you go. I warped again to the ping. I see that there's no one there. Yeah, and if I want to warp there, I can just warp to the Stargate, and I'll avoid and jump through the Stargate without any problems. So I'm going to show you. There we go. There is the other one. And right now, if I'm not mistaken, there was a dude who is going to warp into this system. There we go. He just jumped in here. And look at this. He is going to warp exactly where I just showed you. He's warping there. Boom. And this is where the smart bomber is going to put his smart bomb, and you're gonna lose your ship. This is where this shit happens. So to avoid this, make sure you follow the steps I just showed you on this. And yeah, that's it. That's how to use a gate ping. Alright, so the fifth life hack that I'm going to show you, and probably most of you guys already know how to use a D-scan. D-scan is probably your favorite tool in EVE Online for surviving and knowing what exactly is happening on the system you are, or in a wormhole or anything. So basically you can see that you can use your overview preset, which I recommend. And if you guys don't know have an overview like I do, you can find me in game by the name Masatos with a Z. This is one of my characters, and I can send you an overview. This is basically modified by modified module overview. I'm sorry. Just I made it so that I can use only for PvP, to see ships, only to use deployables, warp out, NPC scout. You can always modify it, and you can use this overview on your D-scan. And right now you can see that I don't see everything. I just see ships and stargates and stuff. Now the range of the D-scan by default is 14.3 AU. Yeah, so basically what does mean? That means that in a range around you, you can use and see what is happening by 14, right? Now I'm going to show you how to check specifically in one spot, which is called short scanning or short tracking, but yeah, short scanning. Basically, you want to see and you want to make sure that you have this enabled, the center tracking of your camera. And if you click on different positions, different stuff, you see it tracks it to the center. You want this, otherwise it's not going to work. The short scan is not going to work. So basically you click something and you change the angle to 5%, and keep the maximum range, which is 14, right, by default. You cannot use it more. And left click, and that's it. And there's nothing right there on this. But if I check, for example, let's see if I can find someone. Let's see if I can click on the medium outpost or anything in space. Just make sure you're in 14 AU, because anything above it, it won't show. Oh, there you go. Galante medium outpost, there's a Atron. I can see that there is one in it. Exactly in there. So this is how you know, while you're sitting in your safe spot, you can check where people are. If someone is plexing, if someone is mining, anything, you can check every single thing with the D-scan, as long as it is in range. I'm showing you here that you cannot I'm doing the no with the mouse. You cannot scan this. And yeah, there you go. I see that there's someone, and I'm going to show you how to be in his position and to prevent and to see if someone is coming to you. Now I'm going to warp to the medium outpost, and he was AFK because I recorded this video. I know what's happening. He was not even warping off. He was scared, or he saw that I'm friendly. Doesn't matter. Just don't take a look at him. We warped there, right? Now I changed the range of the D-scan to 1 AU. That means that I want to see everything 360 degrees around me, but only in 1 AU. So anything that is close. I still see that he is there, but you can see that there is a station and a Stargate less than 1 AU, and that means that I can see them on the D-scan. I don't want to do that, so I can even make it to 1 million kilometers range, and this will be only the outpost. This is a little bit more for faction warfare, for example, or any outposts. But yeah, this is how you use the D-scan. I'm going to jump in. I saw that the Atron is in there. I'm going to jump in at the medium outpost, and basically you do the same thing while you're plexing in faction warfare. Oh, look at that, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Yeah, he's friendly. He is defensive plexing, which, guys, it doesn't bring you any cash. It's not worth it. Don't do it. But this is another question. I'm not gonna steal it from him. I could stay here and get the LP for free, but no, I'm not that kind of douchebag. So it's not even worth the LP, you know. This is, if you're inside the outpost, you just click it by 1 AU and see, or make it even less to 1 million kilometers, and you can see the difference. If you check the range on 14, you'll see everyone in the system. You see someone in local pop-up, bam, you check your D-scan every second. You just want to use your D-scan every freaking second to make sure that you will be able to prevent from someone ganking you in an outpost. Every time, D-scan, 1 AU, 5 AU, check if someone has a moving, because people usually won't just warp to the outpost most of the time. There will be in a safe spot, and they will check if you are there. They will check you on ZQ board. They will make a research. Who are you? Do you know how to fight or not? And after that, they will jump into the outpost, and they will kill you. And if you don't do that, you will get wrecked. This is something that needs practice. If you have a little bit more question, and I probably didn't explain the D-scan that good, but make sure you use it. And the other thing is that I want to, make it a little bit faster because the video is long enough. Make sure that you ask questions. Never be afraid in asking questions. If you want to ask me in the comments. Almost every time answer my comments on YouTube. You can private message me. You can find me in game, and yeah, on Twitch, Twitter, anywhere. Just ask questions. Now the thing with the D-scan, if you're watching this video, I'm still using the old D-scan. There is a talk that they might remove the D-scan, the old D-scan design, and implement the new one. I really hope they don't, because there were some problems with the D-scan, with the new one. if you're watching this video and if there's no old D-scan like this anymore, I will probably upload a new guide for the new one once it comes out for sure. But as far as it goes right now, this is the D-scan that I'm using, and this is the D-scan that you should be using until it is up to use. And yeah, this is the 5 life hacks. I don't know. This is for me probably the most important things. I might forgot something to tell you. I'm sorry, but if you're new to the game, I think those things are gonna save your butt and your ship. And you, when if you save your ship, you know you make more ISK, right? So if you really like the content I'm providing, guys, once again, hit the like and subscribe button. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm gonna see you guys in the next one.
It's